I'd like to like kind of actually interview you a little bit, but fuck it, because
I'd rather not make this Comfycast thing about me.
All right.
It's okay, we don't
I'll
mind.
take questions after we're done with this.
As soon as I upload it, you're gonna see the beefy episode. Find out all about it. I cut out all the video.
Exclusive interview?
Yeah. Cut out all
By the way,
video
Swift
games.
was there too, but no one cared.
Who the fuck is Swift? Alright, hello, welcome to episode 8 of Comfycast. I'm Reddish Blues, and today we have a super special episode. Megaton. I'm joined, as always, by Mr. Hoot.
Hello, with a better mic.
With a much better... Holy shit, you sound so different. And today, two new guests. You know him as Swift, SWF. Some of you know him as Delicious. Swiffer Wet Jet. He's also from the dub track, and a super important guest. Last minute, got him under the wire. Beefy, say hello.
Hi.
He's real.
That's
Holy
good.
shit. Yeah, that was spot on. I wrote that out for him. I sent him an email last week and said, when I ask you to say hi, and he said it. So we're live. What do we want to talk about? We want to talk about our weeks. Really cool. Oh, you know what? I always forget to do this. Anyone listening that's not part of the dub track, feel free to come on over to dubtrack/join/comfy video games. We're just a small community. We play comfy video game music and talk about video games and other stuff in the chat. So come on by and say hi. Anyways, all right, moving on. What do we want to talk about? How was everybody's week?
Hey,
Oh, I
Who
think
wants to go first?
all our weeks have been fairly similar since the release of You Know What.
I'll say we didn't want to talk about it anymore because we talked. I think the past 3 episodes, but let's go kind of light, I guess, and just say I think everyone here has been playing Overwatch. I think everyone in the world has been playing Overwatch.
Pretty much.
How are you guys finding it?
it's fun.
Swift, let me ask you this, since you haven't been on. Who are you maining? I know people get mad when they say main because it's like you're not supposed to main people in Overwatch. You're supposed to switch it up. But who are you like wanting to get good at?
I pretty much play Roadhog just because I enjoy hooking people into holes on the map.
Oh baby, that's pretty based. I want you to play McCree and I want you to play Reinhardt for some reason. I feel like they play to your strengths.
I did Reinhardt for a while because all you do is stand there holding right click. I was pretty good.
Hell yeah. Nobody shoot my shield. Yeah. God, I love when we have a good Reinhardt. We have a good Reinhardt. That's like it. Game over. What about you, Beefy? Who you been playing?
I think I find myself mostly playing Junkrat, Roadhog. I've been playing Mercy a lot more lately. As far as offense heroes go, I'd say Pharah the most. But I want to get better at like Tracer and maybe a sniper class.
Dude, okay, no lie. Since beta, I will post a screenshot. Beta and I have not played Tracer once other than training, just to try her out.
She's
never played
really
her.
good.
I don't know what it is. Like I forget she's in the game. It's so strange. I have 0 minutes with her. It's weird. I'll go to you too, but let me just say that I have been, for some reason, I never played Zarya or Lucio either. And Zarya, a little bit, I've been practicing with, and man, she's really useful. But Lucio is fucking fun. I would just say that, like, something about playing him, like, just you feel like, oh man, like I think maybe it's the speed, but then like he has so many tools, like it's really cool. Knocking people off of the fucking cliff with that little sound boost thing he has. That thing's really awesome. But yeah, I love him, and I unlocked a legendary skin for him too. So that little ribbit frog thing. But who have you been spending your time with?
Pretty much like almost everyone. I would say most of the time support, because in pubs no one goes support. So I'm spending a lot of time with Mercy or Lucio. But like you, since release, I've been touching a bit more on Zarya and Lucio, and I've actually told you try out Zarya because she's really really fun. Especially she's hard to play because you have to remember to keep putting shields on other people.
Yeah, but man, she's useful as fuck. If you
and
you
her damage output is the biggest one of the biggest you can find on tanks. While having this regenerating shield on her.
Right click.
Yeah, bombing away. I was wrong though. I thought the laser beam would go through Reinhardt's shield, but I don't think it does. I think only Winston's weapon does that, and Symmetra's.
That's why I kept dying then. I'll blame you. Last night we won 1 out of 5 matches and everybody was okay, we're going to bed. But I played today and I won 6 straight in a row. Maybe my team was just good, but I was wow, this is really good.
I've also been playing pretty much when I have priority on Widowmaker. I like playing snipers a lot, and I like playing McCree and on Route 66 in particular, just because of all the nooks and crannies. And it's so easy to get behind someone and just flashbang empty your shots.
I've been liking King's Row. Is it the one at night? That's is that what it's called?
Got the big statue
the one
right at the start.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've really been liking that one for some reason. Let me just say before we move on from Overwatch, PSA to anyone who's playing: if you're Genji or Hanzo and there's another Genji or Hanzo, just switch. Don't try to prove you're the better Genji or Hanzo. Just fucking switch. You're wasting everybody's time. Just
he's wrong. Don't listen to him.
Or
Widowmaker, I guess.
Oh yeah, mostly I see Hanzos and Widowmaker, one Hanzo and one Widowmaker in the same match.
It's pointless. Just someone come on.
You can do cool stuff, but most of the time you'll be lacking in so much defense on the ground that being as a healer is such a painful task. I will say there's 2 things I slightly dislike about the game though. It's not big deals, but it's one is the matchmaking is a bit dodgy. Especially for us, because we sometimes play as 4 people, 5 people, 6 people, and when we play as groups, then we're paired with other groups.
Is that how it works? I was wondering.
Yeah.
So it looks for groups.
Okay. If we play at the group of 6, we're going to be paired with other groups of 6.
No wonder we lose.
So that's why also we take longer in the queue. But yeah, that also means we're not all particularly super super good at FPS in general, but people usually who play in groups of 6 are usually more trained than us. So
big for yourself, dude.
So we meet is MLG training for the fucking championships, and we're just, hey guys, you want to jump in Overwatch?
You want to do 6 Roadhogs?
Everyone get behind Chili while he forgets to put up his shield.
The 6 Roadhogs works super well. Oh, I've played against the 6 soldiers before we got stomped.
Oh man.
The other thing would be I would say the play of the game mechanic is kind of ungrateful towards support classes.
Yeah, I would agree with you, but man, everything I see is just Mercy's rising people. It's okay, she rose 3 people.
And Mercy's the only support I see getting play of the game, but I've never seen Lucio. I've never ever got a play of the game as Lucio. I've never got a play of the game as Zenyatta. Very rarely. Sometimes if I manage to that's the thing. It will reward you for doing DPS.
Well, mostly when Lucio gets the play of the game, usually it's from knocking people off.
Yeah. That's it.
And Symmetra is the thing is in general, there's not a lot of people want to play support because they don't get a lot of limelight, and that's kind of a shame because classes like Symmetra who shine throughout the whole length of the game, just keeping up teleporters, placing up turrets, but they don't get a lot of kills, but they offer a lot of cool little helps for the teams, also the armor buff that you can give to other people. And I see very, very little people getting play of the game.
I don't think I've ever seen a Symmetra play of the game.
I think I've seen once a Symmetra, and I've never seen a Lucio.
I think it was
Torbjorn, yeah.
Because damn, I love playing Torbjorn too, but that's, are you listening, Blizzard? Those are the problems, okay? Fix it. I know you listen to this podcast.
Yeah, these are 2 nitpicks on just really, really solid games so far, so... also, good to point out, super smooth launch.
Oh, yeah.
That's true. Surprisingly so.
No 37.
Not yet.
errors. I mean, it took like 15 minutes, and then all the servers finally went up. But
Yeah, we're just 15 minutes late, but that's nothing.
There was
wasn't that bad.
There were some disconnects too throughout the night, but
Yeah.
overall it was
Yeah.
pretty good.
I had a few lag spikes here and there, but nothing terrible.
I hope you take that into consideration, Blizz. It's the last time we're going to say it. Next time we'll boycott your game for a whole hour.
For a whole minute.
Instead of buying the $10 loot boxes, I'll buy the $5 ones. I
Speaking
still
of
haven't
which,
bought any. I'm like tempted, but I haven't bought any.
I'm already in. It's too late for me.
They got your money. They don't care about your opinions, and everything you just said was pointless.
Yeah, doesn't matter whatever I say. I already gave them like several bucks just for shiny digital skins, and half of them I didn't even want.
Shiny digital sprays.
Exactly. Oh, thanks, voice lines.
Well, all right. That's Overwatch then. Like I said, we're going to keep talking about it probably because it's what we're playing, but not as much. And when updates come out. Hopefully, they said by the end of the summer, we'll get something new. All right. Anybody else play anything else this week that we want to talk about? No? Yes?
Played some Doom. I don't know
Doom?
if you guys talked about Doom.
We talked about it
Already.
a little bit. I
Yeah.
didn't play it anymore since, but
Yeah, it's fun.
that's a good game.
Yeah,
That's a good game.
it is. It keeps getting hyped too much though. People are like, "Oh, it's even better than the original Doom." I'm like,
Oh, it's
"No,
crazy.
it's
No.
not.
It's just
It's super fun." But
Here's the
no.
thing: is like it had everything going against it. Like, oh, it's a remake of Doom. It's probably going to be shit. Like compared to the other Doom that came
Yeah.
out. And it's like, hey, it's all right. So like, it's good. Surprisingly, but yeah, people
Yeah.
that are saying that are just crazy.
You expected it to be so completely shit because every Doom for the last decade has been.
Yeah, God,
You're like,
So-
wow, I'm enjoying this. This is the best day of my life. All of a sudden,
where did this come from? Beefy, did you play Doom?
No, I've only
You don't
watched
play
you
those-
stream it.
You don't play those kind of. Oh God, you watched me. Oh no.
oh,
Hey, it was
you
a lot
have
better
so
than
better.
IGN, so or
You're my
Kotaku or
one
whoever it
subscriber.
was.
Polygon.
Polygon.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
Yeah, guys,
Yeah.
check out my Twitch. Like and
Reddish
subscribe. It
actually-
really helps my channel.
Reddish is that guy from Polygon. It turns out.
That's me. I'm getting paid to miss. I wish. Oh, to get paid to play video games. By the way, guys, check out our Patreon link in the description. No, I'm just playing. We'll never have
Check our soon to come Let's Play channel.
I haven't played anything either, but besides Overwatch. But I wanted to ask you, any updates on your game that you're making? We haven't talked about it since episode 2, I think. On any
Not much
game.
at this point.
Splash Blast or the other. Now that people can hear you, like talking right about it.
Not much on that front. We're still preparing. Like mostly now, we are doing the preparations for Gamescom this August for Starfallen, and there are a few other conventions coming after that. But so far, it's still tricking on Splash Blast. We've started working again, and this summer we're going to work on the network solution for that. So we'll be able to finally to do online play. So I'll finally be able
yeah.
to send it around to like you Americans and have some
You
Americans. And
We're
try to do
patching
some online play. But yeah, other than that, I've also started, like not really started, but put down some foundations for a secret project
Whoa.
that I can't talk about for now.
What about
But
that
Look at
later?
that tease.
this
Oh,
one
God.
thing is like I've bought RPG Maker recently, the latest one, and
You paid money for it?
because
Was that
I
in a Humble Bundle?
no, but it was 50% off on Steam.
Oh,
Okay.
is it X? Is it like 15 or whatever?
The one
Is
that
it
we
the-
all own?
it's
Because it's in
NV.
the
No, I
bundle.
think that one that we all own is 10
Yeah,
or 12.
Oh.
That was the one that was like $1 in the Humble Bundle, but the one that he's talking about is the newest one.
yeah, it's
Okay.
RPG Maker MV. So I'm gonna do something with that. Probably not straight away, but there's been some cool stuff with RPG Maker. Reddish knows about, for example, Lisa, the Painful RPG.
What
I don't
a
know.
game! My heart sinks.
And there's
Never
been
played
some
part 2.
cool. Yeah, if you haven't played the Joyful,
No, not joyful.
you should play it.
I'll get there.
I'll
get there.
But yeah,
Alright,
there's been some cool
podcast
stuff
over.
done.
Reddish is going to go play.
All right, I'll be back. 30-minute break.
Yeah, just gonna finish that. No, but yeah, there's been some cool stuff done with RPG Maker, and I wanted to take care of that. And especially since the new one has some pretty cool, apparently, solutions for exporting on HTML5 and mobile phones, Android, iPhones, and all that stuff. But it's really like a fetus of a project, if I can say it like so.
Well, give us more info when you got more to share.
We will have the exclusive scoop on this story.
We're the only ones
later this year.
Somehow IGN gets it before us. Hoot, you fuck! You sell out.
Polygon.
They're just missing shots in Starfallen. By the way, his game is named Starfallen. Check it out on Twitter.
You can play starfallen.com.
Play starfallen.com and Splash Blast, which is a smaller game. A labor of love, really.
Which you can check out at splashblastpanic.com.
Also on my Tumblr.
Actually, it is a Tumblr page.
Oh, okay.
Yes, but the website I gave is real.
Oh, you can go on Play SBP for Splash Blast Panic, actually.
What's wrong with splashblastpanic.com?
We sold the rights.
Nothing wrong with them. We just don't have the domain.
But I do.
You do?
God damn it, Hoot.
Oh, yeah, you do.
Megaton.
I forgot about that. Well,
check
I
it
have
out.
to tell my colleague.
Google it.
I hope my colleague is not listening to this, because it would be awkward.
I told you I'd give you the domain if you guys ever asked for it.
Yeah.
Damn. Buy us a website. Buy Comfycast website. Get us that thing going.
You got it, buddy.
All right.
Anyway.
Moving on.
So that's been our weeks.
Well, really quick, also, something I just remembered, Swift, I want to talk to you about. Did you ever get your PAX tickets?
They haven't gone on sale yet.
Oh, that's right. I just
Still
bought mine for PAX South. The up-and-coming PAX. It's then the third year. So, that should be fun.
The PAX.
I thought I would be able to go at PAX, but I won't be able, sadly, this year, once more.
Wait, why can't you come to PAX this year?
Blown out.
I thought, but no, I have like another con at the same time.
No Varia, no Hoot, Swift. I'm there.
Okay, my couch is for you. No, fuck that. I'm bringing Hoot. I don't give a shit.
Me and Beef. What about 599?
He lives here. He can make his own way.
He's like, I need 50 cents for the bus, man. I bought your ticket, 599. You lazy. I don't know. Well, yeah, I was just wondering about that. That'll be something to look forward to. Okay then. Anyone else got anything to talk about more? What they played? Anything else they want to bring up? Random asides? Nothing? We good to move on? Hoot, what's our next thing?
So, few news this week that I thought were pretty interesting. The first one, which concerned me very much because I love that project, but that's the new Last Guardian footage from IGN.
Is that like an exclusive on IGN?
I think so. Like, I haven't seen anybody else relate to that. Are they
paying you to say that? I'm gonna
listed as an IGN first, so I assume so.
Yeah, it's IGN first. But yeah, they talk about the first. So be wary, spoilers for the first 45 minutes of the game if you read the article. And
they let them play that much. I'm surprised.
Yeah, if you don't care that much about spoilers, there's some pretty cool stuff they write about on how basically the whole game is set up. And there's also a little video with like half footage and half interview with Fumito Ueda. That's way less spoilerish, so you can watch that without fearing too much of being spoiled on the beginning of the game. It's pretty interesting. But yeah, a bunch of new screenshots, so the game exists still.
Is it confirmed this year, or didn't say?
It's still confirmed this year.
Oh,
Ueda reiterated that he's still planning to release this year, so don't know when, probably since we have no words, probably autumn, fall or winter.
That'd be such a good winter game.
But
it'd be so comfy. But man, Persona 5, too many games. Final Fantasy. God.
Yeah, that's a big year of RPGs, since also Star Ocean 5 is coming out next month. So that's another one you guys can look up for if you're looking for a JRPG.
I was really into it when I saw gameplay and stuff.
And I Am Setsuna also coming out, which is that small Square Enix game from if you remember last year, I think Square Enix announced like a new like sub company called basically
Tokyo,
I think,
what is it? Tokyo RPG or what is it called?
yeah, I think the Tokyo RPG company or something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
And their first game is called I Am Setsuna, and it looks really, really, really like the Tokyo RPG Factory. That's the name of the thing. It looks a lot like Chrono Trigger, and a very old classic, very simple but kind of painterly style. So it looks really pretty, and I'm looking forward to that.
Is it anyone that worked on Chrono Trigger making this?
I have no idea. I do not know who works there.
Oh my god! I just realized. Because we said this, I can use Chrono Trigger music as the intro music. I'm so excited. I just look for a game we mention and pick music like that from there.
But
to edit this.
Yeah, that's pretty much also coming out at the same time. Oh wait, no, it's not coming out at the same time, but it's coming out soon. Odin Sphere, the remaster is coming out also at the same time as Star Ocean 5.
What was that?
Odin Sphere I can't
I pronounce it Odin. Is it Odin or Odin?
I pronounce it Odin. Yeah, you're right, Odin.
I don't know. I have no idea. Maybe you're right.
Hoot is closer to that native land.
Yeah, I'll go with Odin.
No, I don't know. I could probably Odin. I think Odin is more
Old World.
correct.
Remastered.
Yeah, it's definitely Odin.
But yes, all of that is coming out. Other news is 2 things are getting localized. One is Dragon Quest Builder, which has been out in Japan for some while, seems to be working pretty well. So it's basically Minecraft with Dragon Quest aesthetic and more RPG mechanics tied to it, and it looks really, really damn fun. And it's coming out on PS4 and Vita, I think.
Wow, Vita.
Yeah, so that's why I'm putting it out. And speaking of Vita, there's also Yomawari. So I don't think any of you played another game. This is a game from Nisa, and it's from a little subgroup of theirs, which is trying to make some more indie type games, like smaller 2D painted games. And the first one was called Hotaru no Nikki, which was kind of like a puzzle side-scrolling game, and this is their second one. And that's also getting localized, and both of them, I don't remember the exact dates, but I think both of them are coming out this year.
Damn. Hey, I was going to ask you, I Am Setsuna, is that Vita or is that PS4?
It is supposed to come... Is PS4 and Steam?
It's PS4, PC, and Vita.
Oh, alright.
Yeah, I think it's also Vita. But
And I think it already has its
Vita
release date, too.
Yeah.
It's July 19th.
Vita is slightly delayed.
Oh, July. Okay. Alright. Well, that's good. That leaves room. I mean, there's room in July now because, let's segue into this. Something has been canceled that was supposed to come out in July.
Oh boy.
No Man's
what's this
Sky.
summer?
Was it Starfallen? Oh.
Starfallen is always
Something is delayed.
It's always delayed. Just every year it gets delayed. No, No Man's Sky has been delayed until so long from its original date. I don't know how they're going to get away with this. It's literally, 2 weeks or a week longer than it was supposed to release. Delayed to August 9th.
Yeah.
So that's a big hit for...
And people seem incredibly mad. Like, there's been some articles, like, people sending, like, death threats to, like... It was relayed on Kotaku, I think. And people were mad at the right of Kotaku for reporting a delay and, like, sent death threats to him. It barely makes any sense.
Like he delayed it, right? I mean, look, I'm not a defender of Kotaku in any means, but that's just ridiculous. I mean, if you're sending death threats about a video game at all, unless it's Call of Duty, man, I can't condone it.
Unless it's called unless it's a MOBA. But yeah, so No Man's Sky, that game still is kind of up there in terms of what exactly is it about. Well, I know, like, we know some things about exploration and we know there's space combat, but it's still kind of nebulous on what you can the full extent of what you can actually do.
Right. When I think of it, I think of those gummy ships, Gumi or whatever from Kingdom Hearts. Do you remember those little ships?
Oh god. Games?
I
I've
don't know
never
why.
played.
Oh my god, you never played Kingdom Hearts? Beefy, have you ever played Kingdom Hearts?
No.
I'm all alone here. Anyways, well, that's what I think
You
of.
didn't even ask Swift. Wow.
Oh, Swift, have you played Kingdom Hearts? I thought
No.
you said that. Every time. I fall for that. I kind of saw a lot of gameplay of it. I was pretty excited for it. I was like, oh, are we all going to play? And then I read a lot of articles saying, like, it's, like, impossible to find people, and there's no, like, group thing. So I guess you could, like, chart out where you're at and try to tell people, but apparently it's, like, so crazy. Like, there's going to be, like, I think the guy said that if one of the developers said it's, like, 90% of the planets are never going to be discovered. Like, what? That's insane. And there's supposedly, like, the end game is, like, everyone gets to the center of the universe kind of thing.
Oh yeah, right. It's that.
Yeah.
It's like a race to the center of the
and
galaxy
I
of
swear,
the
if we
universe.
get to the center of the universe and it's just Earth, that's gonna be the most, like, that's so odd. It's gonna be the most disappointing thing.
It's just gonna be Peter Molyneux's head
No.
right at the center of the universe.
You want a trip to Greece, or what the hell was it, that game where he's, like, header?
No, you get to
God.
become a god in another game.
God.
Oh, that would be amazing, though.
That'd be sad. It's funny, you get to the middle of the universe, center of the universe, and, like, you just, like, you play it, and then you zoom in, and, like, you're like a little spaceship landing on Earth, and, like, it takes you right to your house, like Google Maps. Like, outside the window, you're
It just
looking at
sees
yourself.
you playing the
You're
game.
just looking at yourself through the window, like, looking back, like, what the fuck?
I'm
Bravo.
hoping that whoever reaches the center first gets to pilot their own Death Star. You just go around blowing up the rest of the universe.
That would be actually a much better ending than just Earth. I don't know, but yeah, that's apparently the lore. There's like lore on each planet, like something like that. You have to find out like the languages of each planet as you go exploring, and then decipher the lore, and then upgrading ships and all that stuff. But the coolest thing I saw was like you could like modify the terrain. Like you could basically like blast a hole in a mountain and then like go. I don't know. It looked fun, but then I feel like they're over-promising, and maybe that's why it got delayed. Because they haven't said why it was delayed, did they? Like, did they say it
No, not specific, but the
Maybe
thing
they
is,
found
yeah,
a
this
bug.
Just that they wanted to, perfect it.
Mhm.
They said
Probably
just that,
still need some more lots of stuff.
They said they just wanted to polish certain areas that weren't up to standard, which is their typical answer.
Polish.
The weird
See,
thing
like-
about this whole gaming team, like they started super small.
Yeah.
Like I remember back then they were like, if I'm not mistaken, because I might be completely wrong on this, but I remember when they started, when they announced No Man's Sky, they were like a 4-man's team.
Yeah, Hello Games.
Yeah.
I mean, the last thing that they worked on was... What's that game called? Joe? Or what is it?
Joe Danger?
Yeah, Danger Joe or whatever. Yeah.
But yeah, it was a very small team, and I think now they're much more like they 10 or 20 people.
Well, they got that Sony money.
Yeah,
Sony
well,
money, baby.
it is a very pretty game to look at. But yeah, there's like a bunch of things that is either could get extremely boring very fast, or it can be the best thing ever. Because if this game is successful, it's basically going to be an infinite time sink.
It's wallpapers of the game.
It's-
Like, everything really looks good, but... I don't know,
Everything
yeah.
really looks good, and it's like the same thing as Minecraft, but like, amped up by 1,000 or by infinity even. Because if you have like
Minecraft with ships.
Minecraft with ships, planets, and monsters and space combat. I mean,
Yeah.
that's kind of the promise, right? I know it's like unreasonable kind of to expect it to be so, but so
there's gotta
far
be
that's
more,
kind of the
like,
promise.
There's got to be more they're not showing, because I feel like they wouldn't put it all out there. Like, if they, maybe that's why it's taking them longer. Well, this is already like what, the third delay. So I feel like there's something else in there that maybe isn't, that they haven't talked about. But I don't know. I mean, like I said, I saw a lot of gameplay, and I saw a lot of the animals and stuff, and on the planets they don't really attack you. The only ones that attack you are like when you attack certain bases, apparently. Then like robots come out, like a defense that was there.
Oh yeah,
years
if you fuck
ago.
up too much.
Yeah, so I don't know exactly how much is going to be like like a AI or whatever. Like animals won't just straight up attack you. You know, I don't think.
Mhm.
Maybe they will on some planets. I don't know. Yeah, so that's delayed. I'm actually hope I don't get death threats for this. You know, but I'm actually glad. I'm actually glad. It was
Well,
delayed,
the thing
'cause-
is, if you get, we do know who's sending them.
yeah,
I'm gonna
all-
fucking kill you.
all three.
We're just gonna ask them.
It's just straight up Swift's Twitter to my Twitter, just like I heard what you said on the podcast, you piece of shit. I'm gonna murder you.
I'm not typing.
Yeah. I'm glad it got delayed, like I was saying, just because it gives us more time to play Overwatch and other things that have just released, and maybe I Am Setsuna and other video games. I don't think there's anything else lined up in August that I know about. When is Star Ocean coming out?
Maybe Gravity Rush 2? Because breaking news, IGN has another article right now, or just now, on Gravity Rush 2 with new
The amount of
details.
times you've said IGN, I'm gonna hit them up for some money.
Is IGN promising you Starfallen coverage if you talk about them?
If only, if I talk about it enough.
They'll have to pry it from my dead hands because I have a contract with Hoot that this will be where we break the release date for Starfallen.
I've already leaked that to Polygon.
The hardest thing about Starfallen is having to move the mouse at the same time you use the arrows.
Yeah, pretty much new article for Gravity Rush 2, so probably going to be shown at the E3 show floor, so one more thing to look forward to.
Oh man, I actually forgot about Gravity Rush 2. Did you ever play the remastered version on PS4?
Yeah, it's really, really good. I
might get it. I played a lot of it on Vita, but I never finished it. Is that all we got to say about that? Was very PlayStation heavy. What a very PlayStation heavy half of the episode.
Well, not much. Apparently, for Nintendo, there's going to be there's one thing I've noted is.
Well, hold up. We'll talk about Nintendo when we get back from this break. Everybody get some water, and we're going to try to get Swift and Beefy talking. We'll be right back. All right, welcome back. Nice little break there. Everybody ready to talk about Nintendo?
Oh.
No,
yeah.
Not even Nintendo's ready to talk about Nintendo. They only want to talk about one game.
Apparently they are ready because they've sent to outlets that they'll have a 90 minutes presentation about Zelda.
90 minutes of Zelda. I don't think I can
90 minutes of Zelda.
This is going
the
on.
New Zelda? Or are they just going to talk about, like, we're going to remaster Ocarina of Time?
Zelda Wii U E3 demos could take 90 minutes to complete.
Jesus.
So,
and here's
this
Zelda's
news is being... Look at his new clothes.
Okay,
yeah, apparently they're putting their money on Zelda this year. A lot might be more than we expect. I really do hope so, because otherwise it's going to be fucking boring to watch the Zelda.
Do you guys think they're putting their money on Zelda like they're like, we just want to like they did it on purpose, like, or they're just like, there's nothing else, we literally have to bank it all on Zelda because we have nothing until March?
Well, they sure as hell don't have any Star Fox stuff to announce.
I just feel like they ended up in this position and they're like, oh shit. I don't think it's like, we really want to focus on Zelda. I think they're just like, that's like PR talk or whatever. I feel like they just have nothing else to talk about. Kirby just came out for 3DS.
Oh yeah, that came out like with no fanfare whatsoever.
Yeah, sadly, oh, poor Kirby.
Even though the game looks really good, but I don't have a 3DS right now. Sadly, I sold mine. Boo. I need to buy a new one.
You sold your 3DS?
I sold my 3DS because I had an American 3DS.
Oh, right.
And I needed money at some time. So I sold it in the waiting of rebuying a new 3DS because I wanted to buy a new 3DS for Monster Hunter and everything. I'm going to buy one for when the new Pokemon comes out this November anyway, so.
Oh, yeah.
Buy mine.
Because of Rowlet.
The Rowlet boys.
Beefy, let me ask you this. How do you feel about Nintendo? Did you own a Wii U?
No, I didn't have a Wii or a Wii U, but I do have a 3DS. I recently played Kirby Triple Deluxe on it.
Oh man, Triple Deluxe was great.
Even though that came out quite a while ago. I bought it a while ago and just hadn't gotten to it. But now the game is pretty fun.
I wonder about the new Kirby. The only thing I remember is that big robot. I think, isn't that what it's called? Like something? Am I just making that
Robopon, I think.
Yeah, I guess that's the gimmick. Yeah, Triple Deluxe was really fun.
Sorry.
All those keychains. I've been playing what's it called? Shantae's Curse of the Pirate. or Pirate's Curse, whatever.
Oh
I
yeah.
got that in that Humble Bundle, and that's a great game.
Yeah, I tried that
like
one
it.
out too.
I avoided Shantae for a long time. I don't know why. I was just like, but it's really good.
Yeah, I've beaten it twice, and it makes you really regret not having kickstarted the new game.
Shout out to Varia. He always brags about how he kickstarted that game.
Oh,
Well,
Well,
also,
speaking of Kickstarter.
Yeah, I knew you were going to bring this up. Ukulele, right? Is that what you're talking about?
no, we talked about that last week. Although this week, and the continuity of I regret backing this. A new trailer for Mighty Number 9 came out.
Oh my god, that trailer.
And the worst thing is I haven't backed Ukulele, even though I wanted to, but I was out of money
Same.
at that time.
Same, but I saw the screenshots, and I heard some people have played it already, like game journalists, and they're saying it's really good. Like, it's not they haven't played like levels, they've just like let them run around in the engine and stuff, with Ukulele, and they're like, it feels awesome. So I'm super excited. I didn't
Ukulele looks great. Mighty Number
Ukulele
9 though is
did everyone here see that that ad? I mean that video.
The trailer, yeah.
the newest
new
trailer
Yeah.
with the commentary.
Oh my god.
Beefy, did you watch that?
I could only stand watching like 20 seconds of it.
Pretty much. I tried to watch like the Jim Sterling version, and even that I can't even watch.
God, it was so bad. I was like, what? I thought it was fake. Like, I legit thought someone made it. Like,
I know, I kept looking at the account that uploaded it, and I was like, this isn't the real account.
be real. I
This
mean,
is a beautiful
It
parody.
was so cringe. It was so cringy that. What did he say? Like,
Like,
you're,
and he made fun of like anime fans on prom
anime.
nights or something like that.
yeah, he was like, if you're, well, we won't leave you hanging like something like an anime fan.
Oh yeah,
on
like
prom
we
night.
won't leave you alone like an anime fan on prom night.
God, just so bad. Why insult a bit? That's probably like half of their audience, people who like anime. Like,
This is like
he literally
90% of the people who backed him.
we won't leave you alone like Capcom did Mega Man. Like, straight up just get sued. Like, what are y'all doing? I don't know. It was bad. It was really bad.
But yeah, every last bit of like goodwill I could have towards that game, even after all this. And not only that, like that trailer looked super bad, also
What is with
visually.
what happened?
Like
It
I,
looked so
for
nice
some
before.
reason, I think it looks even worse. I don't know how they managed to do that.
They
Yeah,
downgraded
even watching the video on mute, the game didn't actually look fun.
No, it's really bland. It's really, really bland.
It's so sad too because the guy's like trying to hype up stuff that's just like like walk and shoot in this level.
You can dash. You can double dash.
You
You
wanna
can air
dash?
dash.
So you want to dash through this hallway?
You can do that.
Like, I'm gonna dash away from your game.
Delicious just sliding off the floor slowly backwards.
Can't wait for it to come out of GameStop so I can slide away.
Like an anime fan on prom night.
But yeah, that's one thing. Like, how many delays? How much time did that game took? I'm still baffled by a number of things about Mighty Number 9, and people like say, "Oh, but it's like it's a Mega Man game. It takes a lot of time." I'm like, no, it doesn't. Like, there's almost 24 if we count Mega Man, Mega Man X-Zero, and like the spin-offs. Is almost 24 Mega Man games.
Yeah, I don't.
To base yourself off. It's
it
not
shouldn't
like
have taken this long.
a secret art at this point.
Yeah, there is no like secret sauce. It's just straight up, make the levels shoot.
Yeah.
and little kind of, bosses with different abilities, and you take their
It's
power. And
not hard to
it's not-
design.
there's been like 10 of them, and then like you said, all the other ones after that, and then I don't know, whatever. It shouldn't have taken this long. This is Mighty Number 9 Watch, about the third episode. We've talked about it and been upset about it. But that trailer, man, go check it out so you can feel the cringe with us.
You can cry like an anime fan on prom night.
All alone in your room, all alone in the dub track.
The thing is, I'm still looking forward to play it just to talk about it.
When
Because
it comes out and it's like amazing, it's like the best Mega Man that never was.
Oh, that's
They just have the worst PR people.
What if it comes out and that guy actually narrates the game?
Oh, please no!
The whole time you play, it's like
I don't ever wanna hear
Bastion.
that dude's voice ever again in my life. Man, they missed the mark so bad.
Who
They
said
missed
it
the
was
mark
like
on
Bastion
something
and-
on a target that's wider than the Pentagon.
I mean, geez, they had. Oh, great! Now the FBI is going to listen to this podcast.
Rip, okay,
That's
I'm
it.
out.
There's a van outside the
Hello,
window.
welcome to Comfy Video Games.
My real name is Varia McComfy. Goodbye.
All right. Moving
Oh, for
on
people
from
are
that,
wondering, Vari is still alive. He's playing Overwatch right
he's in
now.
LA playing Overwatch. Somehow he's almost caught up to me with like 500 ping. He's almost caught up to me, but in level anyways. Moving on from that, what do we want to talk about? What else is left on the docket?
That's pretty much, I think, what we had. Yep, that's pretty much it.
E3's coming up. How many weeks? 3 weeks? 2 weeks?
3 weeks. The 14th.
June 13th, 14th, 15th, something like that.
Yep.
But with Bethesda's starting on Saturday. No, Sunday? There's something on Saturday too, because I remember people complaining like, oh, they're doing like a Black Friday thing where they just move it as early as possible, like to get the jump on it. So something's happening Saturday, but I think Bethesda's on Sunday.
I'm still pretty much unsure on what to expect of this E3 after last year. Like, there's nothing really left for me to...
Well, hopefully new stuff. Hopefully stuff we haven't heard of. That'd be great. As much as I want release dates for stuff like Persona and maybe Nier 2, maybe
more footage of stuff we've been shown last year will be nice in general. So more Last Guardian, more Nier, more Gravity Rush,
Horizon. I want to see all that stuff, but I also do want to see a lot of new stuff. I want to see the Zelda stuff. I feel like I'm gonna get tired of it after 5 minutes though. So I don't know how the hell they're planning on going for like 90 minutes. And then apparently during E3 you can play the Zelda 2 if you're in New York. So any New York listeners, go to the Nintendo store. Or is it Best Buy? I don't know. Walk around your city until you find Zelda.
Wait. Beef, since you weren't there last time when we asked everybody, like, what do you expect, or like, what do you wish to see for E3, or like as a general announcement around that time?
Well, not too much into Microsoft or Nintendo, but I really liked Sony's presentation last year with Last Guardian and Nier Automata. I thought that was pretty strong for them.
And FF7.
Yeah, they have a pretty good list of exclusives. For this year, I would really hope for more stuff on Nier Automata. I'm really looking forward to that game. Last Guardian. I'll probably try out Gravity Rush whenever I get a PS4.
Oh, you don't have a PS4? Oh, I thought I was last. I thought I was the last person to get a PS4.
Okay, time to ban Beefy.
I waited as long as I could.
No, I'll be waiting for the other stuff to come out first. I mean, I bought a PS3 for The Last Guardian, and look how that
Oh boy.
Yeah.
You're one of those people who got robbed.
This poor bastard.
Are you excited about Persona 5 at all, or you don't give a shit about Persona?
I've only played a little bit of Persona 3, like maybe 5 hours into it. I'll try completing that someday. It's on my backlist.
Please do.
Am I the only one, like, I love Persona, but am I the only one super weirded out by the huge popularity of Persona now in the West? Because I never thought, like, it was, like, such a huge franchise, even with Persona 4 and all that.
Four, like, since they beat it into the ground, like, I think there was just so much content coming out of 4 that it eventually found its way to a lot of people. There was 2 animes, like, 1 main game and then a remake and then, like, 2 spin-off games and, 3 obviously isn't. I don't think it's as big, but it's the only one. Other than 1 and 2 don't get played because they're totally different. But people usually go back to 3. I started with 3, and then went into 4. But I do like 4. I know 4 gets a lot of hate, but I do like it. Like, it's a great game.
It gets a lot of hate. It's one of the most loved franchises.
Yeah, but like well, maybe just in the dub track room. But it's like it's because it's so popular, people tend to like resent it a little bit. I think. But I do like it. I mean, I know a lot of people like it, but yeah, I don't really. I mean, I don't know anyone that likes Persona or anything like that. I mean, having friends, no, but I don't know anyone that really likes it. But I guess it is popular here. I feel really bad for Europe fans who like Persona.
Oh boy, yeah.
They have to wait literally forever and then hope it gets localized there.
Well, so far Sega seems to be wanting to localize stuff. So I'm guessing a super popular franchise like Persona 5 will come over. Right, but I'm more worrying about like smaller franchises. Well, yeah, they've parted. Who was doing the localization before?
I thought it was just. I don't know. I thought it was just Atlas or something.
No, Atlas never did localization for Europe. It was someone else. I think like I'm scared to say something incredibly wrong.
Say it. Who cares?
But yeah, like I know like Sega now takes in charge about the localization, like and. Sega is not that great when it comes to localization, like Yakuza. So yeah, I'm just kind of worrying about that, but I don't think Persona 5 is not gonna see. I think Persona 5 will come around in Europe. Like, it's too big of a game. And
I think that will be like the one that will soon. But
compared to 3 and 4, like, it's a legit AAA game now. Like, just look at it.
Yeah, it's got like a huge fall. Like, they can't ignore it. Like act like people don't want it or anything.
Mm-hmm.
Man, E3. I really hope they announce a closer release date than like 2017 or something for US. Be great if it was like November, October. It's out right now. Go to the stores. I don't know. Anyways, we'll have to keep an eye on all that stuff. E3. I don't know what we're gonna do yet for E3. Like I was saying earlier,
we'll stream on Dub, right?
Oh yeah. If you want to watch and chat with us, we'll have it in the Dub room. I'll be streaming probably just like the Twitch stream of it. It's the easiest one to embed or whatever. But I mean, as far as podcasts go, I don't know how we're gonna like cover it. How do we want to do it? I don't know. Maybe we'll have like an episode a day, just like an hour long.
We'll have probably. I'm probably gonna watch the entire E3 because like each year I watch every conference. So Bethesda. I don't know if Bethesda is here this year.
Yeah, they're doing their own thing again on.
Okay, they're doing their own thing again. So yeah, Bethesda, Sony, Microsoft, Nintendo. I don't know if they do it this year, but I'm not sure. The PC gaming show from last year, which was the most boring thing.
Yeah.
It's like 2 hours of fucking nothing.
Yeah, I didn't like Phil Spencer come out and say something about Xbox and PC, and then like took it all back or something. I remember him talking about like Windows.
No, I remember like there was some shows about like graphics cards and kind of that stuff, and a few games, but mostly it was just a really, really, really long and dull presentation. So if they do that again, I might just skip that.
We asked Beefy, but Swift, what are you wanting to see out of this E3? Anything you're excited for, or no, you just don't care?
There's not much in particular. There's not too many games coming up that I'm all that excited for, because I don't do like Persona or a lot of the RPGs that you guys are waiting to see.
He's a real American.
I am. I don't even know what Japan is.
What the hell is anime?
I'm looking forward to like Dishonored 2, which already has a release date. Mirror's Edge, which is going to be out before E3. So most of the stuff I'm looking forward to just isn't going to come up. I'd like to see some new IPs come out, but
I totally forgot about Mirror's Edge. We didn't talk about that at all. When is that coming out?
Early June.
Oh wow, that's real close.
June 7th. So
awesome.
Next week from Tuesday.
I'm ready for video games, and then I just go back to Overwatch.
Pretty much. Oh, this is one thing I would like if they announce, and that's been pointed out to me, but I would really, really like, since the announcement of the Shenmue 3 Kickstarter, if Sega would do like a Shenmue 1 and 2 HD.
Oh yeah, like a rematch. That'd be great.
Because these games are kind of hard, especially 2.
There's a lot in there.
Kind of hard to get around today. Like it's one of them was Xbox exclusive. The other one is I think it's on some collections. The first one,
Dreamcast.
But, yeah, it was on Dreamcast, but I don't know if like they ever did like a HD port on any other consoles.
I don't think so. I don't know.
But yeah, these games are pretty hard to find today and like hard to play. So I would really like if they would do an HD port of Shenmue 1 and 2.
It'd be great for them to generate interest in it too. I mean, I know it has a lot. Obviously, it got backed and everything, but there are people out there. They could reach a wider audience if people who hadn't played them, they let them, experience that too. Like I only played the second one. I never played Shenmue 1. I think.
A little worried that Sony is going to spend a whole bunch of time talking about PlayStation VR.
Oh yeah.
They're gonna talk about the Neo. That's for sure. They're gonna talk about VR, and then hopefully we get release dates. But also, even Xbox has their rumored Slim thing coming out, which is supposed to do 4K and maybe work with Oculus. That's what people are saying.
Yes, the big rumor that Xbox is kind of run like
they're
we'll be running on 6 teraflops of I don't know what much. Like I don't know much about technicalities of consoles.
Teraflop, what a word.
Yeah, but yeah, apparently like the bottom line is that the new Xbox would be more powerful than even the PS4 Neo. Although I don't think they would be doing such a jump like so fast, because it would require a lot of money. Like they would be selling at a huge loss.
Yeah, and I don't get who are they selling these things to, because, well, one, they're already not doing, well, Xbox, just talking about Xbox, but even about the Neo, like, people have the PS4. You know, they're just going to feel like you're leaving them behind if you make a whole other box and it's like, oh, well, $500 to get the 4K
It's the same
one,
console, technically. It's the same console that, won't, the old console will still run, every game will still have to come out for PS4, and the PS Neo will, run it at slightly better, but not hugely. It won't run games at 60 FPS if they run 30 on the PS4.
Yeah,
and it won't run on 4K. People have been calling the PS4, the Neo, the PS4K, even though there's zero chance that a console today will run 4K without costing an immense amount of money.
I mean, who has a 4K TV anyways right now?
That too,
Swift, because he's super rich.
I don't have a 4K TV.
Wow. Get with the times, Grandpa.
I have 4K VR.
4,000 VR headsets.
Yeah.
Yeah,
he's the guy who bought all the Oculus Rifts. He's why there's a shortage.
Yeah, new consoles. I think we talked about it on our early podcasts. Quickly, I don't want to pronounce too much about it until we get concrete evidence. First of all, what they are, and what are their specs, and what they do. And
Xbox and Oculus would be something else. That'd be weird. I mean, they already partnered with the controller, but doesn't it come with an Xbox controller or controller?
Yeah.
Damn.
But the one thing I'll say, at least with the PSVR, I'm not interested at all in VR personally. But I will say that so far it seems that Sony has the better lineup of VR games.
Yeah, for sure.
Between Vive,
Vive has their own.
Yeah.
Oculus has their own store too, right? Swift.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah. On Steam. But there's been some test. I remember, if you haven't seen, you can see the Giant Bomb cast or the Giant Bomb. They did a 10-hour marathon of testing every VR game that was out for the Oculus, and it's pretty sad.
Oof. Well, I mean, the software's not there yet. I don't know. I don't know what I would lean towards, but because then, okay, here's the thing: if the PSVR comes out and they say it's compatible with PC, that'd be awesome. But for a fact, if Xbox is linked with Oculus, you can use Oculus just on PC. And you can have all your other stuff you can play that's not, maybe there's free stuff out there. I don't know, games people want to just give out for free, and simulators of different kinds for all those people who are interested in those things.
Well, the one thing for sure is that all three, Vive, Oculus, and Sony, they all want VR to work. Right now, they're not working against each other; they're working together.
Yeah, they're trying to,
they need VR to work.
Yeah, but let's say PSVR is restricted to just the PS4, right, or the PS4K or Neo or whatever. I think that would make the Oculus and the Xbox pairing a lot more desirable, because you could just, if you have a PC, which obviously it costs a lot of money to get a PC to work with the Oculus, but eventually, if you bought a PC that could do that, or if you already have one, it works on both. You just.
Well, the last news they had about that is Sony is open to PSVR and PC.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That'd be great. That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
And
they'll probably do it if it picks up.
Now Vive needs to latch itself to a console. Nintendo, I'm looking at you. NX and Vive, play Zelda first person.
They need 90 minutes to show off VR Zelda.
Smash those pots.
Oh, and when you do the spin, the spin attack, it turns you.
Oh my god!
Just throw up. Are you winning, son? Anyways, all right. We got anything else to talk about? Anything else we want to bring up before I spend 5 minutes interviewing Beefy?
I think we might also see some more HoloLens stuff from Nintendo, or not Nintendo, Microsoft.
Microsoft, yeah. I wonder how it's gonna work. I wonder if that's. I feel like they're going to just scrap it. If they get this thing with Oculus, I feel like they're going to be like, oh yeah, it was cool little tech demo. Look where our technology is going. Anyways, I could see them doing that anyways. Or it's only with Minecraft.
They are huge on HoloLens. When I was working there, it was fucking every team was thinking about some way that they could do something for HoloLens.
Did they have games for it, or I don't know how much you could say, but were there like games being developed for it, or like just like software?
I don't know the details of what they were doing, but I know that everyone was just talking about it, and it was a huge investment area. So I don't see that going anywhere. But it's also not going to see a commercial release for like probably 5 years.
That Minecraft thing looked cool, but it's like when I saw it, I was just thinking like this is like cheating in Minecraft. Like you're not, you just open up the world and see, oh, there's the diamond, there's the go. Okay, I'm gonna go that way. Like there's no real like application for it. But it was really, I mean, it was awesome. It was cool technology, but
The application is to put it on your head and then go, holy fuck, this is incredible.
wow, awesome. 5 minutes later, like I'm just gonna play Minecraft regular, but
Yeah, then you don't use it again.
I like the thing, like, the whole, your wall is like a board, like, everywhere. That's cool, but I don't know. I don't know how that'll work with gaming. Maybe, like I said, maybe they'll keep it separate. I totally forgot about HoloLens.
They have a bunch of HoloLens games right now, like one where you're fighting off aliens coming through your walls or something like that, which is supposed to be just super fun because, it's happening in your house or your apartment or whatever.
Scared just thinking about it. I'm a wuss when it comes to horror games.
Yeah, I mean, you could imagine a horror game where you just play at night. There's someone fucking stalking you around your house.
Nope.
And then you don't sleep for a week.
Swift, you have an Oculus?
A Vive.
A Vive. What game do you play the most on there?
I haven't actually gotten to use it that much because I got it kind of on accident and haven't had the time to use it.
There's a wire attached to it. You took it out of a Best Buy, just ripped it off the thing.
Bro, come on, man. This is online. Anyone can find this. You edit that out. That's fine.
Sure, I will.
Yeah, I've shown it to a few people, and they all pretty much shit their pants using the touch controllers because I have just enough room to actually stand up and walk around with it.
Oh, right. That's the one with the room thing, right?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
So that's pretty sweet. But I've been showing it to people, and they all think it's incredible and really awesome, and then none of them go out and buy it because it's like, what are you gonna do with it?
Yeah,
so you do like $1,000 peripheral.
Yeah,
you need a big amount of room too for like a lot of software.
You need a decent amount. The space I have actually isn't that big. It's like 6 feet by 8 feet or something. But by American standards, it's not that big. I don't know about what's going on in Europe.
My personal favorite experience with it wasn't Oculus, it's like the Gear VR, so like it's a cheaper thing where you just put your phone in because some pretty the equivalent. But some colleagues have been working on a VR game, and the concept is really fun. It's a horror VR game, but it's also asymmetrical, so like there's 2 players, and one is in the like he has the headset on, and his simple goal is like you're in a dungeon, you have to find 6 keys to get out of it, right? And the other person, basically, he has an iPad, and he can see like the overview of the map, like he can see all the corridors, and then you could just place sounds or like cameras and monsters to chase around the player.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
So you can be a huge sadistic asshole while scamming your friends. And one of the big problems we saw, which is also like a kind of a funny problem in itself, but we tested it out at like a big like an anime convention, and some people came about and tested it. And since people were getting super scared, they started running in one direction or the other with the headset still on their faces. And we had to set up people just to stop them into running into other people or falling down.
Slenderman gaming.
Good thing for like horror games, you might just die.
You might just fall out your window if you have an upstairs apartment and decide to get your Gear VR.
Like, not sure, there's just one who just darted in one direction and fell into all the benches where we had set up all the other games, and I had to unpack her from all the cables while she was still screaming. Which was incredibly funny to me, but not so much to the other people.
She was just on that roller coaster demo. I've seen videos of that thing, like they try them out at the malls and stuff, and like old ladies are like put them on, and they just like straight fall on their face. Like, what is wrong with you?
I did a roller coaster one, and I could not stay standing. It was too much.
I need to try these things out. The one time I tried Oculus was like last year at PAX, and it was a pretty crappy demo. We were like in a football stadium walking around. It's like, okay, cool.
That's weak.
Why?
It's like I played Lucky's Tale at PAX last year, which is the platformer where you put on the Oculus and you're just the camera like behind. It's like Jack and Daxter style camera.
Yeah.
It's just like, why the fuck is this in VR?
I know, right?
There's absolutely no gain from this, except it's actually worse because I can't rotate the camera. So if I need to move my character towards myself,
It's just confusing, right?
it's extremely confusing.
There's one game that I heard about that's VR. It's Chrono or Chron. Have you heard about this game?
I don't know what you're saying.
Chronos.
Nope.
I don't know what it's called, but it's like that too. Where, well, it's not behind the like it's a VR game, but it's like one guy, like it's like an RPG, not RPG. I don't know, but the camera is like every time you move into a different area, the camera is like in a different position, and you're just kind of like watching him fight. I mean, you control him, but they said it was really good. But it's kind of like that. But it doesn't follow the character exactly. It just kind of picks a point in the room, I think. So
I feel
it
like
makes
that
it
would work. That
more
would work
challenging.
better. Because with Lucky's Tale, the problem is if you're moving towards the camera, you can't see where the fuck you're going. And it's a platformer, so it's like, boy, I hope you don't need to jump. Oh, you dead. Whoops.
Well, VR is here. I feel like it came and it just like did nothing. Hopefully it grows.
Yeah, I didn't expect a big impact. Like,
Yeah, it'll
right
take some
away.
time.
And then with Oculus, all the shipping stuff it had, and all, I mean, it still has. And all the
Yeah, I
problems
accidentally bought a Vive faster than my deliberate Oculus pre-order came in. So I just canceled the Oculus.
I want to ask you how you accidentally bought it, but I don't know if I want to know. Were you just like drunk one night and been like,
No, I kept thinking to myself, like, I should order one. So one night I got like most of the way through the ordering experience. And I thought I had finished it, but then the next day I couldn't find like a confirmation email or anything, so I was like, oh shit, I must have not actually, checked out. I was like, whatever, that's fine. I probably don't need to drop, almost $1,000 on this headset anyway.
it just shows up.
Then like a month later, it's actually worse than that. A month later I was like, you know what? I want a Vive after all. So let's go for it. So I went and I placed an order and I made sure I got all the way through the checkout that time. And then I went looking around, like, I still can't find the fucking confirmation email. Because I checked out with my Steam account.
Oh, right, that's the thing.
Yeah, so I'm looking around like, where the fuck? And then I remembered like this old email address. Those like the first one I ever had, and that was what my Steam used to be hooked up to, and not for a while now, but it used to be. And that's where the fucking confirmation email had gone. So I looked in there, and I had the confirmation from the one I had just ordered right next to the "Your order will arrive tomorrow" email from the original Vive.
You bought two? Oh my god.
I ended up buying two. So I was like,
This
oh,
dude,
fuck,
this dude must have 4 eyes.
And so I tried to cancel it for like 3 fucking days. Their website didn't work for shit, so I had to actually like call them. Just be like, I don't want your fucking Vive, and your website's a piece of shit.
I want one. I don't want the other.
Yeah, I want one. Let this one arrive still. Then the next day I just had a Vive. I was like, fuck, I'm not prepared for this at all.
The mailman gets to your door. He's like, "Oh, I have it, but I see you canceled it." So, and he just breaks it in front of you.
I guess it's mine now.
This is not yours anymore. Well, you're the only one here that owns any kind of VR. I think you're the only one in Dub that owns a VR headset.
Welp has a Vive.
Oh, that's right. Welp has one.
He doesn't fucking use it.
No wonder he doesn't talk to us. He's with his
Play
wife.
his favorite game.
I forgot to
Dusting it
try VR porn. I'll let you guys know.
Oh boy.
Oh, you haven't tried it, or you're?
I have not. I have not yet.
How do you forget that?
I know that's like day one. That's the only reason you buy it.
I'm so used to watching regular porn.
Just
Just
get into
ingrained.
that Overwatch VR porn.
I'm so used to watching regular porn on my HoloLens.
Exactly.
It's like picking up the girls and dropping them. You freak.
Striking them with lightning.
Oh man, that's a good idea actually. Let me copyright that now before I
Japan's
upload this.
already got it. Give it up.
Japan? They have one in like vending machines probably. Oh, shout out to Han too if you're listening. I don't know if you ever listen, Han, but you're in Japan right now, and we're thinking of you. Good luck.
FYI, you're in Japan.
Dude said he didn't eat for like 48 hours because he was too nervous to walk into a place to order food. I was like, what are you doing? You went through the trouble of going to Japan. He's got a blog. You can follow him too. Well, I'll link it or something. Yeah, so I guess that's our episode. Great.
Yeah.
If you made it this far, you get to listen to us. Let me ask Beefy some questions. Beefy. Hello.
Hi.
It's rare to talk to you because anyone who knows in the dub track knows that you don't speak other than through images, and even that took a while. So we're really glad to have you on the podcast talking to us for once. Let me ask you one question that I want to think that I have in mind is, are you playing Overwatch with other people because you couldn't talk to us? Because every time I go on, you're playing, and I'm like, who's he? He's in a group. Who's he grouped up with?
Yes, I got the game because I wanted to play with you guys, and I also had a bunch of other people that were going to be playing it. And I was playing with them last night, and Varya messaged me at like 2 a.m. and I just invited him to the group. So I was playing with him and my other friends last night too.
Oh wow!
Damn.
Fucking V guy.
Well, that's cool. Now we can play together, hopefully, to hear you. Since you broke your one and only rule of not talking.
Yeah, well, I was ready to end this meme of not talking.
The
so.
charade. That's cool. That's cool. Well, it's good.
But the real question is why?
Yeah,
why all this?
Why all this for what? To what end?
Well, it all started back in Plug.
Right.
It did.
Like 3 years ago. 3, 4?
Oh my god, it's Beefy
It
that
couldn't
old.
be 4. If it's 4, I'm gonna go outside
see.
right now because that makes me feel like I can't breathe. I hope it's 3.
It was.
It's 4.
I joined in February of 2013, I think.
Wow, I wonder if you were there before.
Oh my god, it's already been that long.
Yeah, it was somewhere around February or January of 2013, I'm pretty sure. And I did say some messages back then when I initially joined, just when I was like figuring out the room.
I remember you talking, and I told this to Vario once. I was like, he's written before. Like, I've read a message he wrote before in the chat, but he just stopped. So I know that, but then we were like, no, he was like, I don't know, I don't remember, so.
Yeah, I initially talked, and then there was just not really a reason to talk after that. As I didn't really know you guys, and I was just there for the music at the time. And then as time went on, I got to know you guys, and then I just never talked. I don't know. Just
yeah, we hyped it up too much so that you couldn't stop. You couldn't talk.
yeah, it was just kind of a running joke at that point. You just kind of made me out to be some kind of guardian of Comfy.
Still are. You still are.
You were, yeah. I mean,
but I mean, at some point, like you started doing like weird like gimmicks. Like at some point in Dub Track, you refused to get past 9,999 points for no reason.
Yeah, you were close to 10, and you just didn't want to get that point.
Well, regarding that, I was originally going to talk. I think back in maybe around Christmas was one of the time I was thinking about doing it, and then I pushed the goal to like 10,000 dubs, and then I pushed it to some other date.
You have all the dubs in your own
and I just kept pushing it back and kept getting longer.
The memes were too good to pass up on, huh? You had a whole folder saved of all these messages you could give us.
Yeah.
What was I going to ask you? Oh God, I had a question in my head right now.
I have a question that's near and dear to I think everyone in the dub, all of our hearts. Beefy, are you a grill?
I'm not a grill.
Okay, well, please leave Dub Track and don't bother coming back.
Because we are all grills here.
I'm sorry I couldn't live up to the expectation of being a cutie Mexican grill.
Cutie Mexican grill. You're only letting down Leto.
This is just Mechanica all over again.
But,
just another disappointment in his life.
Varia and
my question was, did you ever at any point make another account to talk, or you just didn't care to?
I did have an alt, but you guys know about it.
Reddish Blues.
It was called an alt, so it was like Beefy alt for a while, and then I renamed it to Octo-chan for a while to impersonate him, but he actually did come back. So.
I was gonna say
that wasn't
were you
that wasn't me when I
Octo-chan?
talk when he was talking. I know that he did talk.
Oh man, my heart sank. If you were gonna say you were a real Octo-chan, I was gonna cry, man. That dude was annoying.
I would leave Dub and not come back.
Well, I'm glad you decided to join us here. I hope we can have you back and we can play some video games together and talk to you more about stuff. You should just type in chat like "hello," freak everybody out. Why not? Or I'll let you know when I post this up, and you can be like, "Boo!" I don't know.
This is kind of like a big disappointment. It's the end of an era.
Well, I mean, everything about Dub Track is a big disappointment, which leads me to asking anyone listening to this again, come on over. We are a small community. We play video game music. Like I said, comfy video game music. It's dubtrack.fm/join/comfy video games. That's VIDYA Games. Yeah, you just post some YouTube links, make a playlist, and we take turns DJing music. Or you can just listen and talk to people. We're going to watch E3 together. We have a Steam group, all that stuff. And you can follow our Twitter, which is at Comfycast. And you can send me questions at comfycast@gmail.com. And we'll check those and we'll read them. And we haven't gotten any questions yet, so that'd be awesome.
Please send.
Come on,
This sounds like
guys.
an episode of Henry's Kitchen.
There's like 30 to 50 plays per episode. So someone out there is listening. I'm sure you have an email. Just write us a question, even if it's like something dumb. Just come on. But thank you for listening. Anybody? You can follow Hoot at kpecklet. You can
Just
follow
look Hoot Patoots on Twitter.
Hoot
It's
Patoots on
easier.
Twitter. You can follow me at Reddish Blues and Reddish Blues on everything. Swift, you have a Twitter, right? What is it?
I'm not sharing my Twitter.
Oh, come on. Fine. All right. Fine.
It's my real Twitter.
Oh, never mind. Go through my friends list. You can follow Beefy. Where? Nowhere? You want to plug your Twitter?
I don't have a Twitter.
Oh, what a based man.
You can follow Beefy at POTUS.
You can follow me at the dub track.
Yeah, come to Dub Track and say hello. Last but not least, I want to know, maybe I'll cut this because I don't know, but do we have a compendium? Who?
Not this year, and since Farrah's still
this
dead,
year?
so
Oh, wow.
not this. Oh, not this time.
All right. Well,
Not
no
this.
compendium.
Yeah, for the rest of the entire year, it's off.
No compendium.
no
maybe
compendium.
I'll do it next week. I had some questions, but I didn't write anything down, so no compendium. And yeah, thanks for listening. I hope to see you guys in the Dub Track room. Anybody else got anything to say? Say bye.
They
Be
come.
comfy.
Stay comfy, everybody. Beefy, say goodbye.
This has been Comfycast, and I hope you tune in next time.
He's real, guys. All right. Bye.